step forward.
One. Welcome back to another episode of the Then and Now podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm all in the camera right now. We're back on Zoom. Okay. How y'all boys doing? How y'all doing, Otis?
There's
good,
so
man.
much going on.
It's a lot.
I'm looking forward to checking out your video that you did on Assassin's Creed, bro.
Anyway, going into the modern day topics that we got.
We came out with smoke. We came out with Dev saying "shaboy and boy." Otis not shaking their heads to it. Then Otis firing back with some smoke, talking about his Ghost of Tsushima video as being Assassin's Creed. I love it all. I love
Shameless
it all.
plug. Ghost of Tsushima video up on the channel. Put like 10 hours into that video. It's 10 minutes. If you would watch it, let me know what you think. Appreciate y'all. Today, this episode, we have a lot of stuff in store for this episode. My kind of modern day media to kind of go over. The first thing though that I saw that I think this was leaked, I think 6 days ago, almost a week ago. I don't know if you have seen this. This is something that I found very interesting, especially with the show being out now. This is game footage that was leaked for a Mandalorian game. This is like, I guess, like beta test footage, I guess.
Okay.
So let me bring
See what you got.
This is just like him on a hunt. I guess he's looking on a bounty. But this is beta footage of the game, and this game hasn't been released yet, hasn't been announced yet. I think it was in the talks for a couple years ago, but no, nothing ever came out of it. So I'm pretty sure this is like a strategic leak to see how people feel about the game being released beforehand.
Now you said there was talks of this game about 6 weeks ago, but the footage just dropped.
No, there was talks about this game like years ago. I heard like rumors about it like a couple years ago. Like the same time they were talking about. Yeah, this is released like a couple days ago, like last week. It's like beta footage. But they talked about this like the same time they talked about the Mandalorian being an actual show.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, this is definitely beta stuff, but okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Boba Fett, I guess, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Or it's maybe your own Mandalorian, I don't know.
Because that looks like jankier like season 1 armor is.
I was just like a beginning one. They didn't have a jetpack, so this is all the parkour.
Yeah.
Apparently, he doesn't actually shoot the gun in this one. This is just all like showing off the movement of the game.
But that also sounded a little bit like Pascal's voice too, I think. So
it did actually. Or someone trying to mimic it.
Yeah, it's trying to sound like his voice a little bit.
So
if
we get a Jordan game, then I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, of course. We all are. Yeah.
This beta footage is dope.
I mean, obviously, this is clearly early test stuff. It's not really finished.
Right. I need this game though, like, because it looks decent for being a beta. I'm just like,
he is brave to make a jump like that thow. Like I would never, not ever.
I mean, he's a
you got one good knee. He probably got both his knees working.
I feel you. Knees are important, man.
Right.
The thing about it too is that this reminds me of that video game. Y'all remember Prey? There was a trailer for Prey like a while back where it's the whole idea is you're just a bounty hunter, just going after people. It's kind of like a cool concept to be actually be a bounty hunter. Running down.
Like you were a monster, right? Or like you were
a human on an alien planet,
right?
Tracking down. We'll bring that trailer up to it a bit. Wait a minute, now that's the big. So the Star Wars 1313 wasn't that like there was another game that was failed a while back. That was a Star Wars game.
I think you mean the Darth Maul game that never came out.
You were a Jedi, and it was a Star Wars game that didn't, for whatever reason, got canceled. But yeah, okay. I mean, that looks
all just pre-beta footage of the game.
That could work.
Yeah, the game.
I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. The what's also interesting too is how I know some of y'all probably have given up on the Book of Boba Fett series, but
really.
Has anybody seen the 5th episode?
Yeah, I watched it last night. I thought it was kind of. Well, Otis, have you seen it?
No, I have not yet. But I mean, we can talk about it. Spoiler. I don't care.
It's not even. It's a spoiler, but not really. Like this whole episode, they have Din Djarin's coming back into the episode. Like in the first, the fourth, they were like, "Oh, we can get muscle, whatever." So I guess Din Djarin's gonna be that muscle. So this whole episode's like catching up with him and everything he's got going on. And honestly, I thought it was kind of weird. Like, it literally was like an episode of The Mandalorian
No, it was by
him.
far the best episode of this Boba Fett so far. Yeah.
Right. Because it was dope. It was
episode.
good to see. But I'm like, damn, nigga, where's Boba Fett in this Boba Fett episode?
Yeah,
Like,
there was no Boba
So
Fett.
what you're saying is the best episode happened without him. So maybe they miscasted him.
I don't know. I don't. To me, it wasn't the best episode yet. But because isn't this guy the original actor for Boba Fett? I thought. Or
no. He's the one that came back when they did the because so the original one, of course, was a random nobody in like the 70s and early 80s for episode 5. The person who plays Mando, who plays Boba Fett, is a guy who did the
Jango Fett,
voice acting. He did Jango Fett, and then they went back and when they did the remastered versions, essentially by Lucas, he did a voice of Boba Fett there. That's who it is. So he's not the original. He's kind of like but he's kind of been around since then.
He kind of looks like the guy that played Jango Fett in the prequels almost.
Yeah, I think it is the same guy who played Jango Fett. It is Jango Fett. It is him.
Okay.
It is the original Jango Fett, not the original Boba Fett.
I just think they're making him fight too physical for being an older dude. Like I feel like they need to have him just use more gunplay. Like have him use more gadgets. That'd probably be more badass to me if you just use more explosives and shit.
Yeah,
compensate for your lack of physicality because you've been hurt. You're older now. Just shoot shit, blow shit up.
Yes, they're trying to mix it up, I guess, as opposed to the way Mandalorian is. But one thing too is that it's kind of a lot of the appeal of Boba Fett back in the day was the fact you don't see his face, that he was intriguing and mysterious. He didn't talk a lot. When you have somebody, this show has him, like you see him, this whole episode where you see him just walking around in the desert with his mask off and just being,
right,
trying to be a spiritual guy. So it's a very different vibe for that character. And I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's different than what people are expecting.
What up, Craig?
Yo, what up, Craig?
What's good, Craig? How you feeling, buddy? Holy shit.
Real quick, the reason we're playing, let everybody know why we're playing Dying Light is because we're talking about zombies later on too, so it does have some relevance.
Yeah, the game's Dying Light.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
See, Charlie didn't give me a warning that it was coming on, so I was not mentally prepared to to start doing it. It's okay. It's okay. We're having fun.
Mentally prepared to slay zombies.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy the show.
Slay is not the word for what happens in this game. You run.
Jesus.
You're doing. Oh yeah. So those who Marshawn, for example, those who don't know about Dying Light, you want to give them a real quick rundown on how this game works, the day-night system.
So Dying Light is a zombie survival game with the worst possible conditions you can imagine. Weapons are scarce, and they break. Your weapons that you use to fight the zombies break. The numbers of zombies is way above you. They are faster and stronger than you as a person. So you want to be using your free running abilities to try to escape and survive. And the zombies are also much more volatile at night. So I guess that's part goes into the name there.
And also at night, that's when the big rage. There's a main big rage zombie that'll come out too that'll hunt you down. And these are for those who have seen 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, these rage zombies. Or I guess even in what's it called? World War Z, they have a little bit. They can hear sound, they go crazy. But these aren't the slow zombies like the Resident Evil 1. They're the ones that actually they're amped up, essentially. Right. So a big part of this game is trying to make sure you survive the nights or get to a place to hide during the night and do all you got to do during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And the sequel, Dying Light. Yeah, Dying Light 2 comes out. It's coming out this week.
Friday.
Yeah. And we'll both be getting them out too. So
I already got it bought and pre-downloaded, I believe.
Oh, word. Okay. Yeah, Otis is a huge zombie fan.
And this is probably my favorite zombie game ever. So I'm pretty attached to this franchise here. I cannot wait to do. Oh my god, do more of it.
All right, let's get into the first topic for the day. We got some news leaked. Obviously, everybody's been talking about it for a little bit about The Rock. He kind of put out a tweet, I guess, announcing that he's going to be in a video game movie, and it's been rumored about him being Kratos in God of War. But I think the most likely one is him being in a Call of Duty movie. What game would you guys want to see him in? Like a game movie? I probably don't want to see him in
Gears of War, Gears of War. Put The Rock in Gears of War. It just makes sense.
But you mean Phoenix? Because Phoenix is
no, not as Marcus. Just
yeah, let's say Phoenix
new gear. Don't put any of the main characters from that movie in that. Make new people, have them do new things, and just put The Rock in it. Just because he just looks like him.
Yeah, he fits it.
I agree with that for the most part. Even like you said, Deb, Call of Duty, because we saw The Rock in one video game movie before. He was in Doom back in the day, which wasn't really great movie. But the thing about it was seeing The Rock with a big gun, BFG, literally in that movie running around, makes sense. So if you had him in Gears, where he's fighting big bad monsters with a big bad gun, it's like that all tracks.
Right. Unpopular opinion. I like Doom. I enjoyed Doom. I thought it was a fun movie. Especially the animated scene where dude went through was like in first person mode. I'm like, that was badass to see. Again, I was younger when I saw it, so I know for sure it doesn't hold up, but I enjoyed it when I saw it.
No, the thing about it is, I actually do like that fight at the end with him and Carl Urban. I actually like that fight. That actually worked too. But it's not I know it's not a good movie, but it's got its moments.
The action's fun. That's
I mean, there are good things in bad movies,
Yeah.
But
all right. That was kind of a quick one. I honestly, if we could get, I want a God of War movie, but I don't know if I really want The Rock to play.
I don't want The Rock as Kratos.
Yeah,
no,
I don't want. I don't want to hear him screaming, saying Zeus loud as fuck over and over again. I don't need him.
We already had that. He was Hercules. Remember that Hercules movie that was unwatchable? Yeah, he was in that, and it was not good. I watched it.
So I am Hercules. Yeah, I saw that. I remember that. I got that. I mean, my grandpa got me a bootleg version of that, allegedly.
you just confessed. It's on camera.
Allegedly, it doesn't count. It's allegedly.
It doesn't count because it's a legend. Okay.
Yeah, it's not permissible in a court of law. It's not.
I don't know about that.
Well,
real quick then, who would y'all cast as Kratos? And there's no judgment here. No judgment.
Angry guy.
Michael Jai White.
I could see Michael Jai White. Yeah, he could definitely do it.
Do you really want to? My thing is,
I would cast a brother.
We want a brother to look ashy the whole movie.
Well, but the thing is,
both his voices, sure his paint and everything is done nice, but
yeah. The voice actors were both black. They did them, or they're both black,
right?
So I mean, that's how I feel too.
I don't know. That's gonna be weird. I love Michael Jai White, and I would love to see him as that. But I'm just like, I feel like it would look weird with him just having like ash all over his body the entire movie.
They could find a way to do it. I mean, not where it's not just. Maybe it ends with them getting the ash or something. I don't know. But
they had to throw him a bag. I don't know if he's gonna do that one. I think he's done with video game movies though, and just like I think he's done with that kind of shit.
I don't know. Cause Michael Jai White's a really funny, really nice dude. I actually met him at a convention. He's a really. He loved. Yeah, he needs a blur too. He's a blur for real. Obviously, he's a blur. So he actually probably would want to do that kind of stuff. He because he was talking about how he wanted to be the actual live action Spawn again. He was the first one to do live action Spawn, and when they tried a movie for that again,
he was the only good thing about that movie.
Yeah, he actually tried. He did try. So I think I don't know if he should come back now. He may be too old for it. Fair enough. But
I'm over it because apparently my boy Jamie's been announced to be Spawn. Well, not announced, but it's been rumored for a while. That I think Todd McFarlane. It's been rumored that Todd McFarlane was going to come back and direct it, and then they're going to have Jamie Foxx come back and play Spawn. We're not come back to play Spawn.
I don't know. I mean, Jamie Foxx has talent. I don't see him as Spawn though. Spawn's a very deliberate.
Yeah.
Craig asked if you get a picture with Michael Jai White.
No, we did not. Because he was walking the convention. This is LA Comic-Con a few years back, and what it was is the guy I do a table with, James. He had reached out to talk to. He had drawn a picture of Black Dynamite before and put it on his Twitter or something. And Michael Jai White saw it and said, "Hey man, it's pretty cool. I'll be at the convention this weekend." And so he came over to our table real quick and just said, "Hey, what's up, y'all?" And that was it. He left pretty fast too. So that was it. Okay. He was real cool though. Really nice. He's also real big, and you see him in real life. This is years ago. He was still like swolled up, jacked up.
Yeah,
I was like,
he's like 6'3", 6'4", almost.
Yeah, he's pretty tall, but he's buff. He was buff.
Yeah. So. Moving into one of the next topics we got, something I'm really excited for because I'm a Star Wars nerd again. We got a lot of Star Wars shit in this episode, apparently. Apparently, Star Wars: The Fallen Order is being rumored to get a live action movie, which I'm excited because the cast for that game is like the face scans for the actors, pretty much. Like,
right. Okay.
Cal Kestis is pretty good, which I already fuck with that dude heavy already because he was. I love Gotham. I know you guys like
the
Gotham.
Joker.
Yeah,
he's basically the Joker, right?
He was one of the better parts of that show. I liked his Joker. His appearance as Joker. Yeah. But he's dope. I loved the Fallen Order. I loved him as Cal Kestis. So seeing a live action movie would be dope. And then you can kind of at that point you can really combine the live action movies and sequels of the games. At that point, you have the same main actor, so you can kind of go back and forth and kind of do sequels there, here, and there, and have stuff going on. So I'm excited to see that. Hopefully that does happen. I know there's a sequel to the games coming out, but I want to see that.
Yeah, the sequel. So that's one thing too. We get into a couple of things here, but that's interesting. The idea of having essentially a Star Wars extended universe involving the video games seeping over into the either live action films or the TV shows, that kind of stuff. That would be interesting.
Original, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
Right.
I haven't either.
Market, bro. You got. Because you can have a movie and then have a continuation of that. Like you can do like a big, huge set piece or whatever that you couldn't afford to do in the movies and do it in the game and make it look dope and then continue that with another movie or a show. Right. Like bro, that's untapped ground. And if they pull that off, Marvel's stealing that shit immediately. You know that's happening.
That's what they should have did with Avengers.
Avengers, that's another whole situation there. Yeah, that's sad. But the real quick talking about Cal Kestis and Fallen Order, again going back to Mandalorian, the BB unit that he has is it BB unit? The unit, that little robot droid that Cal Kestis has in the video game. Yeah. One of those exact units shows up in Mandalorian episode 5. I'm sorry, Boba Fett episode 5. The one with Mandalorian, and
it did, didn't it? You got
to the point where fans are saying, "Is that supposed to be Cal's exact unit?" Because I believe the game is set obviously 20 years or so before the Mandalorian, or because it's the Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett takes place after episode 6 after Return of the Jedi happens, essentially after the Empire falls, and Cal's journey happens. When is the first?
See, that's the weird thing with Cal's journey in the first game. It's taking place during the Galactic Empire still being in full function. Like Vader's still around doing stuff.
Yeah, Vader's still
there. I think it's episode 5 or 4.
Between episode 5 and 6 or something.
I don't know if Luke's been announced for it yet. They haven't really said anything about Luke or any of the public being around. Well, the Republic's around. We know it's around, but we don't know if Luke's been found or any of that yet. So maybe we'll see in the sequel, maybe.
Yeah, because they are doing a sequel, but I'm not sure. But I know that obviously that Fallen Order takes place before Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian, all kind of stuff. So people were saying that when they announced the sequel game, they were wondering, and they showed that BB unit. Are they saying that does that mean that Cal dies and that's his BB unit? His BB unit goes to over here, or what's going on? So it's a lot of stuff.
They're not killing him off that soon.
No, I hope not. But that was what we're talking about.
Question from Craig. Ethan, if you could be a part of a Marvel production, what character would you take on?
Oof, a goof. I mean, the dream answer for me for years and years and years was always I wanted to be Professor X back in the day, because I wanted to actually help mold young minds that had, because I have a disability and I had to work through that to help other people, and I wanted to do that kind of thing. And I kind of, in a way, it's gonna sound crazy.
Bad content.
Yeah, but I actually,
he's physically unable to make bad content.
That's the only one I know about.
No, it's a long story, but to answer your question, Craig, I was given opportunity to live that dream. Like I'm able to help people with this channel, and by helping people actually make their comic books and write their stories, to be a real life Professor Xavier in that sense. So now my answer has changed to I want to be like essentially like basically a Miles Morales. I'd want to be someone who actually was able to represent a version of a character that hasn't been seen that much.
Right.
Obviously, especially a black version of a character. But that's a good question, though.
I'm picking. No, what you thinking of? What you thinking? If you could be a part of any production, you don't have to act in it. Just you being a part of like the creation of the project.
If I could be a part of them making a Marvel project, that's tough. I
got mine. I don't know if you're gonna take mine or not. I'm kind of a deep cut.
We'll take it. No,
I don't know if Otis is gonna say mine or not. He may say it.
I don't I really don't have one, so go ahead. I got to think of that one.
A Blue Marvel movie with Adam Brashear.
Oh, Blue Marvel.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
as being like, I don't know how you would make it because him being so fucking OD powerful, but seeing a black man being that strong,
God,
and then
basically.
you could, I can only imagine the scene in which he like his mask comes off and like people realize that this powerful ass black man is like this powerful superhero is a black man.
God,
I
yeah.
love to see that. Plus, he's like one of the smartest people in that universe too. Like he's up
Mhm.
there with the Reed Richards of the universe or whatever, as far as intelligence level. So I'd love to see that movie and love to help out with that movie in the way I could.
That would be an interesting movie to try to write, because you're writing essentially like a Dr. Manhattan meets Mr. Terrific type of being.
I wouldn't even say doctor. I'd say more of like a Superman type deal, maybe, because he's
Yeah.
like he's not all knowing. He's just really fucking strong.
Fair. He's not all knowing, but he almost seems like he can't be touched in a way. But yeah, fair enough. But he's if you can do that, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
All right. Question for Otis. Craig asked Otis, since you're such a critic, whose movie or show would you like to redo for your liking?
Bleach. For sure, Bleach. That's not a question.
For sure, Bleach. Otis, you said it again real loud. Just scream it to the rafters.
Bleach. I gotta do Bleach. Like, there are a couple things that they messed up on. You know, get those filler out of there, or at least put those filler in a decent spots where they don't conflict with the rest of the show. That's a long discussion itself. Bleach.
That's a whole
Bleach to answer.
podcast.
Make Chad great again. Make Chad great again.
Let's not call him Chad.
That's another thing. His name is Chad. I actually like that brother Chad, but he was like, why is he called Chad?
Like Sato, or an actual Hispanic name because he's supposed to be Hispanic. Something.
Right, I thought he was supposed to be Hispanic.
Give me that nigga Chad.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was the best part of that show so far. I mean, I'm only 50 episodes in. Yeah, I actually like Chad.
Craig said, didn't you say Bleach is better than Naruto?
Is that what you said?
I prefer Bleach to Naruto. Absolutely. Like, not even a question.
Yeah. The only thing for me is like I can't think of really a lot of other anime that had the Madara build up and then execution on the arrival. That to me is just such a great thing.
Yeah, but
like,
then they fucked it up.
They fumbled it.
Episodes
they fumbled it. But who else has gotten to that point to where you built up
Aizen was.
Oh, besides, was it that long though of a build up?
It was completely unexpected because we thought this dude was dead, and then he showed up and was like, "Oh shit, nobody can stop him." Like, I feel like that was better execution, but that's just me.
The thing is,
for me, it's different. It's like it's great, but for a different reason. Like it's different for me because you see this character for like damn near a decade plus. Like they're like he's in like statues or whatever, and like they tease him a little bit here and there. And then he appears and he's like, it's similar to me. Like their reveals on the same. It's like neck and neck to me. I just lean more towards Naruto because I just enjoy Naruto more than I like Bleach.
No, that's fine. I mean, everyone has their
I'm biased in that sense, but I would say it's up there next to Aizen's reveal. It's like neck and neck for me.
I mean, they were both part of the big three. The thing about it was though, because I haven't seen all of either show, but I haven't watched both their reveals, both the character introductions. Madara's introduction, I've watched that multiple times. It is the most like badass OP thing that exists.
Right.
And it's so much so that that's what they call it, like obviously in wrestling terms, putting him over. He seems like a god when he comes on the scene. Like it's like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how they're gonna beat him. I'm on edge of my seat. There's tension here. This is amazing. And also that fight scene, there's no music either. It's like he just walks up and it's like he lays hands on everybody for like a whole mob. And they can't touch him. It is fantastic. Aizen's intro isn't as captivating as that.
Yes, it's not an action packed to think about it. It's very nice. So
yeah. So it's. I don't. I mean, but it's also his preference. What do you prefer?
Right. So. For me, like plus with like the Madara one, he literally just showed dominance in every aspect of being a ninja that they showed in that show. From ninjutsu to taijutsu to like everything they showed in that in the show up to that point. Yeah. He showed that he was like a superior user of each one of those things against a fucking army 1v1. And then you ninjutsu that like you've never seen anybody summon a meteor. Well, I think you saw something similar to that with Pain, something like to that power scale level. But besides Pain, he dropped a fucking meteor from outer space and then dropped another one on top of that when they showed how much struggle they had.
Yeah, but wasn't there a dude who fought? What was Rock Lee's master's name again? Sensei's
Guy.
Yeah, didn't someone summon like a boulder or some kind or a meteor against him?
That was also Madara.
Yeah, okay, that's my other two. Then.
And nigga likes dropping boulders on people, dropping meteors.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was badass to me. And then he 1v1 the Kage too. Somebody like for the entire show they talked about how the Kage were the strongest people in the village, and he's like single-handedly just bitching. I don't know that action that he had, and they'd already power scaled somewhat these characters, and he just asserted his dominance on every single character in that show at that point.
He did not exert his dominance over the alien that took him over and was using him as a pawn.
So that's the problem.
Again,
you got to nail your landings. You got to stick your landings. You got to make sure you can end your series or shows the right way.
It was
Naruto,
there
because like who was watching Naruto and was like, yeah, we need aliens in this. Like that's what makes that fire.
It never works.
And I'm not mad at them doing. If you wanted to use Otsutsuki, use it for Boruto. Like that would have been a good progression for Boruto. I felt like to go from like you have all this godly power, and then you show where it came from a Boruto. But like, you don't need to see it that early in Naruto.
Well, but I guess that's the thing, Dev. We're saying it's kind of like, if you're gonna have
aliens and ninjas ever though? Like, is that
work.
a thing that people like require? Like, is that like a natural progression from ninjas who are supposed to be stealthy and using jutsu to fucking aliens? Like, does that make sense?
Bro,
no. Also, they're feudal era. They're actual feudal era Japan, kind of more or less ninjas. So it's supposed to be like set. You feel like you're much more. The genres don't mash together well.
Bro,
Alien seems like futuristic or sci-fi. Ninjutsu doesn't seem sci-fi. So why are you gonna mash those two genres together?
Experiment. People like weird shit. Again, we have Ninja Turtles where there are 8-foot turtles running around.
Though? Like who is like,
Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, I'm saying who liked aliens in Naruto? Who likes that? Who's like, Kage is my favorite character in Naruto? Who's ever said those words before?
They're Boruto fans, so somebody likes the shit. They're making money. They gonna keep making the shit. I don't know. I think just the weird ninjas combined with anything, ninjas and dragons with anything. Usually, people like they'll throw around and experiment with.
They will experiment. There's certain. I'll give you that. But aliens are a weird one. We have to move. We have to move off this topic eventually. But one thing I want to say real quick: my favorite movie of all time, as y'all know, one of them is definitely Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And one of my least favorite movies of all time is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And because of the reason is because you have Indiana Jones, which is essentially they were genre pieces with him fighting Nazis and things like that. And then you throw in the fourth movie, Alien Crystal Skull Wings. It's like this mashup doesn't work. You have to use a very deft hand to make aliens work in your pieces. A show you're watching now, Dev, Archive 81. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but it finds a way to mesh those two things together better. So it requires a very deft hand.
Charlie, you can be a class warrior. You can be a class warrior, ninja, or samurai, and why? Okay, so I'm conflicted with this one in particular because I went down a rabbit hole like a while back in my life and like researched ninja and samurai to an extent and kind of learned if we're going like off of the official history of them, it's like samurai were fucking dickheads. Like you're literally just foot soldiers for emperors to do fucked up shit to people, which is why the ninjas were just like
abuse your power.
Right. So in real history, I go with a ninja because again, samurais are kind of dickheads in the past. But I love the focus that samurai have on mental balance, like with haikus and reflection. Like they would always write these things and reflect before battle because again, I could die at this moment. So they're always working on being at peace and leveling out their mind and just keeping their body as a well-trained instrument. So there's something about that I love the peace in that. And I wish I would take different aspects of stuff that I enjoy and put it in my life. So samurai is trying to be equal as far as my mental stability was one thing I always stole from that. Yeah. Ninja were just cool to me. They're just badass because every weapon they have are makeshift. Like I think like majority of the samurai weapons were just farming tools outside of like
kunai were used to actually dig holes for gardening.
Right. Kunai and
really?
Yeah, kunai were used for digging holes for planting rice plant. Not rice plants specifically, but for planting. Like kunai. What's the sickle and hammer weapon? I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, that was used to actually you use it to.
Yeah, it's used like a scythe to reap crops.
Something like that.
Right,
I might have fucked that up.
And
We know what you mean, though. It's that incredibly hard thing to. It's the most
Yeah.
impossible word to say. It's the
Right.
one that has a sickle attached to a rope that you takes all kinds of effort to know how to use. But that's
they did this dope shit where they would take powder, like a black powder, crush up glass, and put it in like little the walls and throw them at the samurai because their armor had the eye holes, so they would throw glass into the samurai's eyes.
Yeah,
and then use weapons like swords and kunai to get in between the armor to kill them and shit like that.
Yeah,
So like samurai were like they're really crafty. Like to me, samurai are. I'm also thinking of black people in the sense we gonna find a way, nigga. We gonna find a way to get some shit.
You mean ninja? You mean ninja?
Ninja.
Yeah. The thing about it is the romanticized version of samurai is something that you would see in something like The Last Samurai, that movie.
Right.
That version of samurai is what especially Americans like to think about, or Westerns like to think about, but it's not necessarily how they actually were.
Right.
If you've seen the movie like what's it, 13 Assassins, like that's like the more traditional, like heroic version of a Japanese warrior, essentially, someone like that. And those guys weren't samurai. Those weren't like the real samurai were the assholes that served that lord that didn't. It's like pretty much almost like so it depends on how you're looking at things.
They're essentially just like soldiers for like a fucked up army.
Right.
Like they're just doing what their orders are, and they look aesthetically cool, and then all their training is really dope. But if we're being realistic with their history, they're
dogs of the military.
Right. The dogs of the exactly. Yeah, the dogs of the military. You almost had to be a Ronin, because a Ronin you're able to have the skills of a samurai, but you're not serving a corrupt lord.
Moving on. Good question, Craig.
Yeah, good question, Craig.
Dope questions.
No, for me, I don't know if that was supposed to be a round robin one, but
we can. Yeah,
no
question. Want to answer? Go ahead.
Ninja, no question. Like that's not even like a debate.
Yeah.
Stealth plus moving quickly plus lots of tools. Ninja, no question.
Ninja are dope as hell. I go warrior, but ninja are dope. I like them all. They're cool things about all of them. It's overall, but I choose either ninja or warrior.
Boy, especially if I could be a ninja from Ninja Assassin, nigga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Suno.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
Rizo?
I think that's what it was.
Rizo?
Was it right? No, not Rizo.
No, Rizo is the name of the guy. I'm talking about his ninja clan was like the Osuna or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Those. I think they're like those, something like that. Yeah, I gotta back watch the movie. And these are like shadows. Moving on from that topic, the next topic we have. This is kind of a. Otis is probably gonna feel some type of way about this. It may be a good or a bad thing depending on how the show turns out. But apparently, the Moon Knight scriptwriter is going to be writing for the next Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh no!
So,
we'll
get an idea about how well this next Mortal Kombat movie will make kind of go with the scripts if we're going off of the Moon Knight movie.
Wait, real quick, Jeff. So, did this writer have anything to do with Mortal Kombat, the last one on Warner Brothers?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
This is just like they confirmed this writer to be working on the next one. And it's just a script, so he's not like I don't think he's storyboarding or anything like that. He's just working on the script. He's not involved in the choreography.
Yeah, but you saw that movie. That script wasn't good either.
It was not. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, it was
high quality, grade A garbage is what that shit was.
Oh no!
But hey, the Moon Knight show looks like it's gonna be decent, and if that is good, then I have more hope for the next Mortal Kombat movie. I feel like the majority of the issues with the first one was the script and the storyboarding for it, like the plot didn't make any sense either.
It was a lot of
plot holes and shit like that, but
yeah,
maybe it's a good step in the right direction.
In general, honestly,
I think this can be redeemed. I think Mortal Kombat can be redeemed.
I want it to be redeemed.
Yeah,
I want it to be redeemed. I wish they put some of the writers from on the games in the working on the movies. To be honest,
no, you don't.
Well, I mean, the later games, like what 10? Was it 10? What's that trilogy? Like 9, 10, and 11, where they get like
them plot holes were even worse.
I mean, they're major plot holes, but at least it's interesting.
If it was from like the people from like the PS2 games, I'll give it to you.
There's a whole
like Deception or Deadly Alliance and shit like that. Yeah, I'm cool. But these recent Mortal Kombat games, that plot lines are so convoluted and make no sense. It's like Raiden is just Raiden being a dickhead and fucking everything over.
Yeah, Raiden gets weird. That's fair. He does get weird. But so real quick, let me ask you all this. Did we do this? I can't remember on our reaction. Did we have our bet or wager as to whether or not we think Moon Knight's gonna be good this season?
We did not do that.
Okay, so do y'all think Moon Knight? I mean, Otis, I'm gonna start with you. Do you think that Moon Knight will be good?
Really quick. Really quick. This is this may trigger Otis. Craig asked, but didn't the recent MK animated movie was fire, right?
No.
Hey,
The Scorpion's
if he's.
Revenge was amazing. Like that one was good, but the
Yeah, I
sequel
watched
to
that
that
multiple
was
times.
garbage.
I don't know if Craig's joking. Craig might be joking around though. He may be joking around. I don't know.
Like the sequel to that Scorpion's Revenge movie is one of the worst animated movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, literally, Craig. If you're talking about Scorpion's Revenge, we agree with you. But if you're talking about the most recent animated one, where they were like in a tournament or whatever, me, Otis, Ethan, I think Felicia, and Stan,
and Zell too.
Stan's wife.
Yeah, we were all in a party. We watched that movie together live, and when I tell you, we turned on that movie so fast that shit was so terrible immediately.
It was like 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah, it was fast. We knew it was bad.
Within like 12 minutes. And that shit just got progressively worse and worse. That was some of the most, like, the best and worst fun I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah, we all were in a consensus that we were flaming this movie because we were all in consensus this shit was terrible.
And we were hyped. All of us were hyped for it. We were like, yo, it's great. I got
piped. We saw how good the first one was.
Yeah,
right.
We just showed Charlie the first one before that, Scorpion's Revenge, right before that too. We were all hyped. Man.
Yeah, who's that one? Bootleg that one allegedly.
Your bootlegs, yeah,
allegedly.
But that movie was, oof, man. But Otis, so yeah, real quick, we do our wages on whether or not we think Moon Knight season 1 will be good. Otis, you were saying that you.
I think it'll be solid. I think it's gonna be at least as good as like I cannot survive today. I think it's gonna be at least as good as the rest of the shows have been. Like all of them have been like a 7 or 8 range. I'm thinking it's gonna be somewhere around there.
You haven't ranked as far as ranking them. Yeah, we'll do that later. But yeah,
that's hard to do because all of them have like really good strong points and really low points. That'd be a fun. That's what we could do for YouTube.
Does WandaVision we'll do that. Have a really low point though?
Which one?
The first 2 episodes.
I enjoyed those. I thought those were great. I thought those were amazing.
Which one?
I respectfully disagree.
You talking about, Jeff?
About the first 2 episodes of WandaVision? And about how
I almost left. Yeah,
I enjoyed those.
I almost left.
I enjoyed it. Was different because I was at that point. It was the first thing fresh off of the decade of pew pew explosion. So I got something really different out the box, and I thought it was done well. But that's why we have the Then and Now podcast. 3 different perspectives here, people.
Fair.
Getting to one of the next topics, we're going to stick with the MCU discussion here. With Patrick Stewart apparently is announced to be cameoing in Doctor Strange 2.
Is that verified or confirmed, or is it just like a rumor?
It's rumored, but I'm pretty sure it's like rumored to the same extent that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are rumored to be in.
I don't know about that. But so who would he be? What's
Xavier? He's Xavier.
Oh, as Xavier.
He's cameoing. Xavier. Yeah, he's cameoing as Xavier.
That's why it's such a big thing. If they're doing that, you realize that they're completely saying that these are a shared universe now. That X-Men, the 20th Century Fox X-Men are officially in the MCU.
They already confirmed that with Spider-Man.
Yes,
but what did they do to confirm that the X-Men movies were in? They didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's
my
not quite the same.
With Spider-Man No Way Home, they pretty much confirmed that anyone from the fucking Fox X-Men movies can cross over at that point.
But Spider-Man wasn't Fox. Spider-Man was a Sony.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
He's Sony and Columbia.
Fox owned the X-Men. Sony owned the.
Well, no, they bought the rights back. They bought the rights back.
But they bought the rights back, but they haven't done anything to show that those movies are also part of this expanded universe.
Right.
True. If they did it with Sony, I could see them easily doing with something they have the rights to.
Though, of course, they will. I mean, they're going to. And obviously, and we talked about before in Moon Knight, they show in that trailer for Moon Knight, they show when Oscar is driving the truck, there's a box that says Von Doom on it. So we know that obviously they're bringing everything from the 20th Century Fantastic Four and X-Men into this world.
Right.
But they haven't shown us how they're going to do it yet.
Right. And that's something that the fans have been speculating over for a while. Like, we want to see exactly what they're going to do to bridge the gap. So,
which most people kind of already
Patrick Stewart isn't in there. That's a huge update there.
Right.
That'd be because I love Patrick Stewart. So that'd be cool if they did that. Yeah,
I'm kind of sad because I kind of want to see James McAvoy be the new Xavier. I kind of wanted to see that rendition of Xavier come back. Sorry,
they'd almost
Michael Fassbender too. I kind of
he's a. I hope those stay gone just because those movies are so bad that I don't want them to be part of anything. Just keep those away.
I just want those two. Just give me those two actors.
But that's where I disagree. I actually do like. I actually do like What First Class and what was the other one? Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past.
Hey,
And
Those are good ones.
how do
Those are the
you
ones that-
kill Darwin in First Class? Like, how does make it make sense?
I'm
don't
not
read
saying that
the
it's
comics.
flawless. I am not saying I'm not saying that they're flawless. I'm like, because the thing is, as soon as they showed Darwin, I was like, oh, it's a black man. He's gonna die. You know he's gonna die somehow. They'll find a way to kill him. But
you don't read the comics, so you don't know how his abilities work. Is what happens.
Clearly,
But
I
those
still
two movies,
enjoy
yeah,
them.
Ethan, like those two, like in those two movies, people that were like predominantly featured in those movies were Fassbender and McAvoy. So I think they were the
Yeah.
bright spots. Them and again having obviously Hugh Jackman and as Wolverine were like the bright spots of that whole trilogy. How many movies were they? Did they get like 3 or 4?
They had 3 with the original trilogy, and then Brett Ratner directed the last one. But that was the thing, though. People were like soured on X-Men until they pretty much had to reboot it with First Class, and it worked. People actually were excited about it again, the franchise again.
and
because
then
of that.
they ended it with Ivan News.
Fair. I'm not saying Apocalypse is terrible. I will give you that all day, every day.
And then they
also, who's
followed that
who's
up
Oscar
with,
Isaacs played that?
The Phoenix in Space.
That was even worse. Yeah, those two are
Yeah.
they're not good movies. They are not good
Again,
movies.
those didn't feature Fassbender and McAvoy that much. They were there, but they weren't predominantly.
They are part of that universe, which is why I don't want none of that in there. Keep it away.
Cord
a
Michael
whole
Floyd
scene.
says they killed them all because Darren's power works from the outside in, not the inside out.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. They did show that he can't protect himself.
So I guess it's kind of like some Luke Cage shit from like if you guys have seen have you guys read the Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe?
No, I haven't.
So basically, he was killing everybody, and the way he killed the Avengers is pretty much he shrank down PIM particles. He used PIM particles to shrink down bombs and blew up a meeting room with all the Avengers in it. But the only ones that survived were Luke Cage and Thor, and he killed Luke Cage by he shrunk down bombs and put them in the coffee they were making. So he blew up Luke Cage from the inside out, pretty much. Luke Cage.
Well, they actually, because they did something like with that in his show too, on that Netflix show where Luke Cage like actually was had an internal injury somehow, and they couldn't. While he was internally bleeding,
I will never respect how Halle disrespected herself as Storm. Then disrespected herself again as Catwoman.
That I don't know what happened to Catwoman. I think she was high when she made that look seriously. Did she know for a long time, Craig? She was trying to push for a Storm movie.
Right.
Like she was like, hey, if you want to do it, because they did all those Wolverine movies. She's like, if you want a Storm franchise, I'm up for that.
No,
and people are like, nah, it's okay.
I'm glad that never happened. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but that never happened too. What I'm upset about though is how they were trying to have back in the day. They wanted Angela Bassett to be Storm,
which would have been perfect.
Which I thought would be great. But they thought no, Halle Berry was a more hot ticket item, and she was a more popular, person, what have you. So they didn't go with it. But could you imagine?
Hey. Hold up. She's the finest until the fucking new one comes out with my girl. I'm gonna say Zazie Beetz. Fucking oh my god!
You mean Zoe Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, I'm sorry. Zoe Kravitz is finer than Halle Berry. You can fight me on that, Greg. I'm sorry. We can fight about it. Anyway,
Halle Berry looked good, kind of in the suit, but that movie's hard to watch.
I'm talking about quality, not just like looking at the aesthetic of the person.
That movie's very hard to watch. Have you watched that movie, Dev?
Yeah, I played the game. I played the game on Xbox.
Like the game's unplayable, but the movie's unwatchable.
I remember those are the first 2 games I really enjoyed playing on like the first Xbox was that game and the Blade game from the Blade movie.
Jesus, two movie tie-ins, which are unanimously deemed as bad when you have movie tie-ins.
My grandfather bought them and my grandfather's pro-black anything, so he immediately got those games. He didn't even play the game. That's another whole topic to get into later on, but just real quick, that's one problem I've always had is that like when black folks make shitty products because there's something out there like we gotta support each other, we're only supporting and perpetuating poor quality. It's like how about we hold ourselves to a higher standard?
Movies.
Yes. That's another whole topic too. But anyways, I didn't mean to digress that much.
But why would you hire the guy to write The Last Stand to write and direct Dark Phoenix? That's like hiring OJ as a marriage counsel. Oh my god!
Jesus Christ! Is that what happened though? Is that the same dude who wrote The Last Stand? There? Oh, I know. What's his name?
God.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, you in timeout. You in timeout.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. He's right though.
It's a marriage counsel.
Kimberg. Yeah, it was Kimberg. Yeah, right. It's Kimberg, right, Corey? Kimberg was the guy who wrote.
I think so.
Last Stand and came back and wrote. Yeah, you're right. That was Kimberg.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. You wouldn't hire OJ to do anything for you. Good God.
Jesus Christ.
Simon Kinberg.
Yeah, Kinsberg, Simon Kinsberg.
Simon
Yeah,
Kinberg, yeah.
bro, that killed me. Fuck.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, that's the new
Allegedly, we can
catchphrase.
keep that. We can keep that. But that should boing shit gotta go as well.
Yeah, how about that? How about we replace boing boing immediately with allegedly? Let's let that be our new thing.
Hey, I gotta run on merch for the shirts, name. We putting Shaboing Boing on the shirt.
Oh, and I put that name in near our. Now with those nice faces on it. Nowhere.
Yeah, putting Shaboing Boing on the shirt.
If we ever put that on the shirt, I hope Martin Lawrence sues us to get it.
It's like you're right. Here's your money, Martin. Take our house.
Hey, free publicity for us. We blew up in the news. This thing
And this is the news. Martin Lawrence came out of retirement to sue 3 niggas from nowhere
over a quote that he didn't write.
Right, for a movie he doesn't even like.
Right. Did he write the jokes?
No.
He wrote that joke, so he probably didn't even write that shit.
Well, he may have had his people write that movie.
Yeah, that was probably ad-libbed in. Like, there's nobody just comes out and writes shaboing boing in the script. Like, nobody.
Yeah, I don't know if any. Yeah, the writer would do that. That seems more like a Martin Lawrence.
Hey, you would think nobody's. Hey, speaking of the last stand, you think nobody right? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
They did write that. That was because of that whole meme. That was way back in YouTube, and they had that first meme. And Brett Ratner saw that. Said, yo, that's hilarious, and they put it in there at the last minute. So that was actually written into that movie. Terrible movie.
Oh god, that shit was so funny to me. I hated that version of Juggernaut too. Oh my god.
That was terrible. I was at first though. If y'all remember that first trailer, I was hyped because like, yo, it's a Juggernaut being in a movie, and I love the Juggernaut. I love the idea of Kitty Pryde versus Juggernaut, someone that can't be stopped or someone that can't stop against walls. And then immediately went away.
Craig, speaking of MCU, did y'all give Cloak and Dagger a try? I love
the first season was pretty solid.
Oh yeah,
that second season was unwatchable.
The second season was really weird. I love that show. I hope they bring that back. Honestly, either reboot it or bring it back somewhat. I enjoyed those two actors, and it was good to see like fresh blood on the screen. I thought they did pretty good.
Yeah, the young brother that was in that, I wanted to check that out. I never. It was on like TV1 or like Family Channel or something like that. But,
Freeform.
Freeform.
I watched it on Hulu when it was dropping. It was dropping on Hulu. They may still be. I think either Hulu owns Freeform or they had like a deal where they were showing Freeform shows on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still like that.
They
today,
like all that mid content.
Damn, he said mid.
Yeah, they had that. They had like X-Men Gifted on there.
Mid.
Legion.
No, that was pretty bad. Not even mid.
Yeah, the X-Men was pretty bad.
I didn't see it in Gift. I saw Legion once.
Legion was really weird to me.
Legion's extremely weird. It's hard to follow, but
I like Legion. Like I like.
I mean, it's not bad though.
It was mid for me because like I loved weird. Again, like I talked about with WandaVision, how she was weird, but it was so weird to the point you couldn't follow what the fuck was going on all the time.
That was a problem I had.
I'm like, so is like, what's the fuck? It went into like the last few episodes when the climax happened. Where I'm like, oh, okay. This is what's going on. Like it made sense at the end, but I'm like, for a whole 6 episodes, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it was a lot to deal with, and it was very much so. Otis, if you can clarify this, I can't remember. Was Aubrey Plaza in that show? Was she connected to the Shadow King, or was she the Shadow King, or was she just? I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember who Aubrey Plaza is.
She was the dark-haired in that show. She was David's.
Oh yeah, she was connected to Shadow King.
Okay. She was his friend, friend in the mental hospital.
Which hopefully we'll get a better version of that with Moon Knight, because I think we're gonna do like literally the comic they recently did. The rebooted his story was very similar to Legion in that sense.
Yes, I'm actually trying to get that comic.
He's going to like different personalities. He doesn't know what's real, what's not real.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's done a little bit better with that show. But.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to find that. I might get that whole graphic novel that new Moon Knight before it comes out and read it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Fire.
It's pretty solid. Yeah. Corey Michael Floyd said Gifted needed a bigger budget and less constraints. Yeah. I'd say that. I think some of the CGI in that was really wonky. I thought some of the acting was decent. All right. At least from everybody, not the fucking siblings. Those 2 siblings kind of annoyed me. I ain't gonna lie. At least the brother in this. I was like, why are they here? Like they're here and they have a subplot story, but they just got kind of annoying after a while. Like they were hyping them to be like the chosen mutants or some shit like that, and it was just.
Yeah, I think I saw the first 2 episodes or 3 episodes of Gifted. Yeah,
they like made the brother a villain halfway through the show, and then made the sister trying to save him, but that got really old really fast. It was
not
like
a bad idea.
It just wasn't well done.
It's not.
Right.
That's what it always boils down to. Is just execution. Can you do it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other fucking weird show that they had? It was not the Outsiders.
Oh yeah, I know where they the dude with the afro and the glasses on Hulu, right?
That was the Outsiders.
It's a freeform thing. It was another freeform show that they did with the kids.
The kids were the parents. The parents were villains, and the kids
right.
were what's it called though?
Not the Outsiders.
It took parents just to understand to the max.
I enjoyed that. I thought the acting was decent until that last season when it got really fucking.
That second season was atrocious. The first one was tolerable. Like it was okay. Like I could watch it without cringing most of the time.
It's based directly off a comic.
Runaways.
Runaways.
Yeah, Runaways. Yeah, Runaways. My bad. Yeah, Runaways. Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, first season wasn't too bad.
The only thing I thought was funny is when they tried to make the main nerd character black kid. When they wanted to make him cool, all right, we get this thing braids. He's cool now.
I didn't like that. Like, is that what it is? Braids are cool. I mean, I think afros are cooler than braids.
Like they were like, he's so nerdy that he's not in touch with any black side, so he got a black girlfriend. She braided his hair, and now he's cool. I'm like, bro, you don't get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Runaways.
Runaways played very close to the comics. They're really comic close to the comics. I think they're bringing one of the characters back. Are they bringing Wiccan back?
But just because a thing is close to the comics does not mean that thing is actually good, though. Just throwing that out there.
I think he's saying that's one of the issues with it. It was too close.
Oh, it's too close. Yeah. Because that's the problem. Sometimes you have to adapt to different mediums. Like there's certain things that will work in a comic, but that won't work in a live action or animated.
I think that comic would work. I just don't think they had the budget to do what they did in that comic because like everything that near the end when they tried to get super spacey and it just looked really cheap at the end.
Yeah. Well, plus also the stuff they did with that dinosaur, their pet dinosaur or whatever, it was weird. And
that was a whole weird thing.
Yeah, I just pretty much think like anything that comes from Freeform is gonna be bad to horrible. Yeah.
Does Freeform have anything good?
No, but they have a lot of content in general.
Yeah.
I say with like Cloak and Dagger and Legion and shit like that, they had some decent stuff.
Legion's FX,
right?
The FX
Legion was FX,
that's FX. That's a different budget.
Is it FX? Okay,
but you can do different things. I mean, we've all seen like like I rewatched Daredevil recently. Daredevil season 1 holds up bizarrely well,
very well.
So there are those who can do it.
Meanwhile, Luke Cage season 1, Iron Fist season 1, not so much.
Iron Fist season 1, I couldn't finish. I finished Luke Cage season 1, of course. But Iron Fist season 1,
Luke Cage almost becomes unwatchable after Mahershala Ali is gone.
I agree. But
I think it's nice as fuck.
Mike Coulter is still a great Luke Cage. In Iron Fist, that kid is a fucking horrible Danny Rand, man. We all agree on that. He's terrible.
Oh, right. Once they passed that Iron Fist up, and the only thing that I was excited for the next season is because they were doing the city tournament. Like I'm like, I feel like, how do you fuck up a tournament arc? You like don't fuck up a tournament arc. That's like the easy way for you to do shit well is to get fights, introduce the other iron weapons. Like just don't fuck up a tournament arc.
But they did
that season. That show didn't even deserve a season 1. So the fact that they got a season 2 was amazing.
Off, you bloodsuckers.
Yeah, if they did it right, it would have done a dope. I think that show could have been really good. Shoot the I'm a fan of any hand-to-hand combat shows like that.
Still doing it.
If they, that's the thing though. If they had actually done like real, because they didn't hire a martial artist at all. He had clearly no martial arts experience. He was a bad actor too.
Sure, I'm going to hell.
He's from Game of Thrones. He died in Game of Thrones quickly. He was worthless in Game of Thrones.
So it was a couple of the questions in the chat. Craig talked about speaking. He's excited for Morbius, not Morpheus. Oh my god.
Yeah. So how do y'all feel about Morbius? I know Otis feels about it, but what did you say, Dev? I can't remember what you were.
I'm indifferent. I was excited for it till I saw Tyrese in it, and I'm just like,
Yeah, Tyrese as an FBI agent.
Have I showed you guys the reading trailer Tyrese did where he did a acting like audition tape for Django when he auditioned to be Django?
Yeah, you did show us. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you sent it to us.
I don't think I saw that.
Hold on,
you sent it to us in the chat.
Yep, this shit's so fucking funny. No, I'm fine.
Because he's trying to be intense. He's trying to be intense, and it does not work.
It's so fucking funny. Oh my god,
it does not work at all.
Hold on,
Tyrese. I don't think he's a good actor. I'm sorry.
I don't think he is either.
And I personally do not like Jared Leto. Jared Leto is like one of my least favorite because he just, as a person, is just a mess. Sending used condoms to people. Like, come on now.
Oh yeah, when he was the Joker. Yeah,
he's the Joker. So I don't know. Morbius isn't a bad character, but I don't know.
This shit is so funny. All right, this one is 2 minutes.
I forgot in this game they have the whole X-ray vision when you use the weapons to like, because you can actually use them to take off their limbs and stuff. I forgot about that. It's dope. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Dying Light 2, to be honest.
I cannot wait for it. Honestly, I need to go back and talk about when we were talking about what game we'd be most excited for.
Oh yeah,
it is this. Like, I played so much of this game, so to see an updated version, I'm more than hyped for it.
Yeah, because is this PS3 or PS4?
PS4. It was PS4. It's early. It's like at the beginning of PS4. When I'm running on the PS5, that's why it looks like it does now. But it still holds up.
What the fuck?
Are you trying to play that? That is Tyrese's audition.
Yeah, this shit is so fucking. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I swear to God.
World Star Hip Hop.
This is audition tape for Django. John Singleton said this dude did him so dirty in this video. Let me find.
Feel free to touch anything you want.
Yes.
Burning all this shit once you come. I have somebody knock on the door when the demonstration's ready.
Not so fast.
I got more important things to do than jaw with you.
Nigga, when I say stop, you plant roots. Nail on this table here. Is that for you?
Terrible.
When I ring it, you do for me.
Oh my God.
There's one part.
Me or somebody.
Where's it at?
He's trying to do an accent too, Southern accent.
Oh, this is it. This is the worst one.
Please! No!
Oh, Tyrese. Oh, Tyrese. Grown man, Tyrese.
He's trying so hard. He's crying so. Please.
Like why?
Is
Why
he
is
couldn't-
this?
But he
Not
couldn't
even-
cry on cue, so he had to like cut to when he had some water put on his face to make it look like tears.
This nigga rubbed dirt on him and got the pants. He was so determined. He wanted this role so bad.
And then he
got
put that
fake
song.
J's. He got fake
And he put the song from Platoon on there. That everyone uses that damn song. Tyrese.
Do most audition tapes look like this, or is it
No.
just him being this extra?
No, he's being extra. Because the thing is also he's not really he's not saying anything. He's just trying to emote, but he's
They
doing
kill
it
him with the
poorly.
where did the suit come from?
And now he's all super clean, and it's like he looks the exact same in every shot and expression. There's no
He's trying to look.
what are we
like
hiring
fucking-
you on?
Oh my God.
Nah, pass.
Yeah, that shit.
Next.
was so funny.
Pass.
That shit killed me.
Terrible.
Oh,
So yes, I'm not a Tyrese fan.
it was a parody. That's what it
It
felt
was
like.
parody. It wasn't
Corey,
almost
what
nothing.
fucks
Corey.
me up is that Django's my favorite movie of all time. I'm like, if this nigga Tyrese would have gotten this fucking role.
No, there was no reality. There's no reality. But who I know there was someone else that Tarantino was thinking of having for Django though. Was it Will Smith? No, it wasn't Will Smith. Was it Will Smith?
Maybe I can't remember.
I know it's some. I'll look it up. I know it wasn't Tyrese. I'm looking up real quick. Who else?
Craig said, I think Tyrese is a good actor, is a great actor, just not for this role. Oh wait, he said, okay, not great but good.
He said, okay, not good, but
he is
passable, but
capable of being in front of a camera. That is.
I'm
that is
okay.
very-
I'll
he
say
can sing.
this.
He can
I
sing.
think he's a good.
Yeah,
I think
he's-
he's a decent like cat.
Yes. You know what? You came. The way I feel about Tyrese's acting ability is, I think that he's a great singer. That's how we explain that. Yep.
That's
You know what's weird? He never sang in any of his movies. Like, you know, Chris Brown, when that nigga was in this Christmas, they had him sing. I'm like,
And when he was in Something Yard, he was dancing. Like, he was doing Chris Brown things.
Yeah, he was doing. He was in Takers. He was running from the police.
I'm like,
Chris
you just
Brown
forgot that you could sing, my nigga. Like, you just stopped. My mom used to. What was it? Stay with Taraji. When Taraji was in that video, my mom played that shit so fucking much. That nigga, he was a good singer. That nigga forgot about that. I think he's decent in like his role in Fast and the Furious. I think is decent, like where he is there. Like, he's comedic relief, as like the fifth man in the cast. Like he pops in and say funny shit every now and then, do stupid shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that's
I
where he
agree.
fits in. That's his niche that I feel like he's in now.
He was okay. I know what you mean. He was okay.
Like he's good in action comedy stuff. Like when he comes in and has this quick random one-liner that he's screaming over gunshots and stuff. Like that's
right.
Just don't do
He's
other
not bad.
things. Just stick with that.
Like,
yeah.
Some of his best scenes to me are when him and Ludacris are going back and forth saying stupid shit to each other, roasting each other and shit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's simple stuff. By the way, yeah, it was Will Smith that was almost cast. That was originally supposed to be Django. So Will Smith was supposed to be Django and supposed to be Neo.
I would have been hurt. No, I
can't see him as either one, to be honest.
No, because that movie, like, it was as much of a comedy as it was. There were scenes like the Leo scene with Kerry Washington in the house that was like, it's a legendary scene where it's so fucking like surreal. Like, I can't imagine them having that scene where this nigga Leo's wiping blood on Kerry's face, and then you see Will Smith crack a joke. I'm like, no, nigga, no.
For 99% of the movie, Django isn't cracking jokes. He's a beaten down slave, and then he has the ability to get revenge and everything. But he's not happy or popping off jokes. He's like still hurting for his wife and everything. He's not.
Will Smith is just going to give you 12 pounds energy that whole.
I think
7 pounds of energy that whole.
7 pounds. That movie. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
I have not.
Yeah, it's not one of the best.
Craig said Waist Deep was good. Have you guys seen Waist Deep? I haven't seen it.
No, I have not seen Waist Deep. I have not seen Waist Deep.
Or what about he was good in Annapolis?
Oh, that's with him and what's his face, James Franco. He was pretty. That was I'll give you that. Actually, Craig, I'll give you that. He actually was pretty good in that back in the day. That was a long time ago.
I never.
He was pretty good. It was like a military. It was a military movie, and they were boxing against each other.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, he actually was pretty good in that.
Something he's decent.
Yes, when Tyrese is more or less just doing physical stuff, where he just gets that, it looks frowns, looks angry. He's not bad usually. So
he's literally on the highness. It's like handsome, bald, funny nigga. Like that's your description. Be handsome and be funny.
To stay in your lane.
Just be in your lane, my nigga.
Stay in your lane. You're rich, man. I mean, we're saying all this stuff though, but Tyrese is richer than all of us combined. Always will be. That's fine. Right. So enjoy your life.
But it's like I got respect for him as a person. I just in certain acting roles, that's just not your range. That's not what you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
No discredit to what you do.
No discredit, brother. Do you?
We're not gonna act like Baby Boy isn't like a hood classic. Like everybody on the planet hasn't seen that movie.
Everyone saw that movie. That was his very first movie, right? That's the very first.
I don't know if that was his first one, but I mean, it was one of the early ones.
Had to be one of the early
ones. His first leading role, probably.
Right. It was like the Coke commercial, and then that.
Right. So yeah, Tyrese, we here in our podcast, we give you a little bit of your props.
Congratulations! Oh my god!
I love how the camera goes away from that dude's face immediately. What the fuck?
Oh, Craig, don't do that shit. No. You're not about to sit here and act like we don't hype up black actors.
He says he's defending black actors.
The first 30 minutes of the show we talked about, we hyped up Michael Jai White, Jamie Foxx, Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. The thing is, Craig
got a lot of love for John Majors out here. You know what I'm saying?
John motherfucking Majors, boy. The fuck?
Yeah, John Majors. Yeah, we love John.
We like good actors. Like
that's the thing. Craig loves throwing the curveballs, like weird off the beaten path things.
These niggas don't be nice like that. Don't doing that. This nigga Craig tried us real quick, but you ain't getting me canceled. You ain't getting us canceled. We gonna do that to ourselves.
But we almost at the time here now.
Yeah,
though, man.
It's a good show. Guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode of the Our Podcast. We're probably gonna make like this format, the new format going forward. We'll just kind of have a game going. Maybe you will usually try to have it related to the topics. If that would be playing, I think you're trying to do dual masters next week. Otis?
We can
get some duels.
I hope we have some time to make a deck. Hopefully, possibly. Yeah. We'll see.
Be ready.
We're gonna have a Elden Ring coming up too in the future. In Destiny,
that's in the February.
Yeah, my birthday be right now. I'm gonna do a birthday stream. I'm gonna hop on for my birthday and do some shit. Talk it up.
A word?
I mean, it's a good because Dying Light 2 comes out on next Friday, so it could be we might be on that.
I think Elden Ring comes out the day after my birthday. My birthday's the 21st next month. So I think it's about the 22nd, right?
I think it's 22nd.
It's the day after.
Yeah.
So I'll probably have the bread around that time. I'll probably buy Elden Ring run through with y'all. We run like an Elden Ring thing.
Because everything comes out in February. It's Elden Ring and Destiny Shadow King or whatever comes out the same day.
Yeah.
And
Right. Well, no. That one's Witch Queen. That's the Witch
Queen, whatever.
Yeah.
Thing.
Right.
You know what I meant.
So
Same
we'll get
day.
together. We can all. I'm gonna do a birthday stream. Either we'll play some shit or I'll just be on. I'm trying to kick it with my niggas for my birthday. Whenever
Yeah,
I
we'll,
get
we'll
back.
be here for your birthday though. Be here for your birthday.
Yeah.
No, I like doing other things. I'll probably do somewhere else. You know. No, I'm joking. Of course I'll be there.
Damn.
that last minute smoke, like smoke.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Perfect time. There you go. That was good.
There you
Yeah,
go.
That was
I'm
top
fuck.
notch.
I can't wait to take too long. I
That
had
was
to
top
rest
notch. That's maybe your best one yet. Oh, that's maybe your best one. So.
Hey, we only get better with time.
Hey,
Find one.
it's hotkeys in here. We're gonna have that one on hotkey. That's how we do that.
I need to do that. Yeah, I need to set them up. I set them up a while ago. I had to do it again. I set them up and forget about them.
It's all right. It's all right.
Craig,
That's Leon. That's Leon, right? Isn't that Leon that's doing it? The actor?
I have no idea. That movie's before me, bro. I have no clue.
Okay.
This is way before me. Nigga. I
sure
have
it was
no
Leon.
idea. Craig said, "I'll donate for your birthday to the." I appreciate that, Craig.
Man, that's great. Hey,
I
Craig,
really
real quick,
appreciate that, bro.
isn't that Leon that's in that that GIF that Dale always plays? It's Leon, right, Craig?
Leon, like the actor name or like the
The actor, his actor's name. He's just Leon. Just goes by Leon. He was.
I think his
like
name is just Leon.
It's just Leon. He was in Waiting to Exhale and Above the Rim. Bunch of other.
It's the blackest shit ever, bro. Your name is just Leon, bro.
His name is just Leon.
Like
I think it has a
Blade.
whole little tilde over the E too.
It's like
Anyways,
Blade
I could be
or
wrong.
Prince.
Oh, it's Leon.
It's like Leon. Yeah,
Leon.
I leave it Leon. It's like Leon. Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
Right, we're good. Yeah, I think by that point, Craig, we'll have some more content come out. Again, for people that don't know or people that are new here, we're working on a comic. So me and my homeboy, one of my best friends, we got a comic we're making. We'll have that probably out hopefully by my birthday time around next month. We'll have all the art done for it. Also we'll have the Patreon hopefully be up at that point. Maybe we'll have some merch going. We'll see how the timeline set on that stuff. But again, we got nothing but more content, more dope shit coming for you guys that want to support the show. And people that enjoy the show. So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode of the Then and Now podcast. See y'all later.